Hello from just outside of Bradford interchange. I have a bit of a fascination with guided busways, so I've come to Bradford and I'm going to go to Leeds as well to ride some guided busways. There's going to be a lot of Wright bus today, and unfortunately they are my least favourite bus manufacturer, but it's fine. We'll throw some other things in there as well. But for now, I'm going to try and find the least offensive Wright bus I can that uses the busway here. This is route 687, which goes south from the city centre. Most of the busway is in the opposite direction, going into the city centre, so I'll be travelling back on a similar route after this bus. Well, this is quite the dingy underpass. As you saw, there was not much busway action there, because most of it is in the other direction, towards Bradford. So now I'm going to get on a double-decker bus, so we get good busway views, if I can speak. This is route 645. At least on the section that I took it follows the exact same route back into the city centre as I left on. I'm going to grab some lunch, and that means a walk around Bradford city centre, which I think is actually quite a nice place. People shit on Bradford a lot, but I think especially the architecture is actually quite lovely. I have grabbed myself a Subway from the very busy food court in the very busy shopping centre, and I'm going to go find somewhere to eat it. It is at least nice to see that the commercial side of Bradford is doing well. Well, that was delicious. I'm going back to Bradford interchange now to catch a bus to Leeds, which I do like slightly more than Bradford, but Bradford's still pretty nice. This is the X6 route. It is the quickest way to get between Bradford and Leeds by bus. It runs very frequently and it is very limited stop. I think it only stops about 10 times total in about 9 or 10 miles. Hello from a very busy Leeds city centre. I have made it here. There does appear to be some sort of demonstration going on. Right, I'm going to get on a bus that uses the Leeds guided busways now. There's a few of them, so this will be the first. This is route 56. It uses the full length of the York Road guided busway, which goes out east from Leeds. Well, that was interesting. I've now got to get on another 56 back to like, I don't know, a third of the way back to Leeds. so that I can get onto Selby Road, which has another guided busway, and that's used by 3 different routes, so I'll just do whichever turns up first, I guess. But yeah, this road, unlike the one in Bradford, part of it has a busway going in both directions. Very well done.
One eternity later.
Well, I definitely could have walked that in the time that it took to wait for the bus and then travel on the bus. But then I would have missed out on about 200 metres of guided busway, and the point of this is completion of every metre of guided busway in Yorkshire. So I committed and did it, and yeah, it was just sit at the back of the bus for like 3 minutes, but oh well. I'm now walking to Selby Road, which is just up in front of me, so that I can get on a bus that uses that section of the busway, and then I'll be done with this side of the city once I head back, and I'll be able to do, I don't remember the name of the road actually, Scott Hall Road, that's what it is, which goes north from the city centre. You know, I'm going to keep walking. It goes north from the city centre and kind of up towards, well, it's kind of like on the way to Harrogate. There's some busway there, and then I'll be done with the busways, but I'll probably do some other fun bus stuff in Leeds after that as well. This is Route 19. It also goes east from the city centre, but it uses additionally a short section of busway on Selby Road. And with that, I have now ridden a bus down every bit of busway in, what side is this? East Leeds. So next is just North Leeds. However, there's a bridge behind me. I'm going to use it to get a thumbnail of a photo in the busway. Well, a photo of a, no wait, I can words. A photo of a bus on the busway for my thumbnail. I've managed to make it 2 hours behind schedule now. This is going great. It's good that I have all day and nowhere to be tomorrow morning. Yeah, I'm gonna literally stroll around the city centre now for a bit until my next bus, which is in about 20 minutes time from just outside of the railway station. And that'll let me do the final bit of busway in West Yorkshire, which is north of the city centre. Is it weird to have a favourite shopping centre? I don't know, but either way, Trinity Leeds is definitely my favourite shopping centre. I just think it is beautiful. Absolute work of art. Considering we're at the beginning of peak time, there are very few people on this bus, and by very few I mean 2, including, well, not including the driver. But essentially this is the final bus route I need to complete all the guided busways in Yorkshire. So it's basically just a return trip on most of the 7A. And then I'm going to go find some U-tongs, and yeah, then I think after that I will be heading back home to Manchester. Well, I like U-tongs and I've got time. I'm very late, but I've got time, so it's okay. This is Route 7A, which heads north from the city centre. It uses guided busways on Scott Hall Road and King Lane, which are the final bits that I need to have completed all of the guided busways in Yorkshire. that's every guided busway in Yorkshire completed. I don't know what that hand motion was, that was weird. But the rain has stopped, there's a rainbow, and I'm walking through a park to catch another bus. Specifically because it's a Yutong E10 and I like Yutong buses. It doesn't use a guided busway, but I don't care. It's the final bit of bus stuff I'm gonna do before heading back home. So yeah, I did have to get off the 7A slightly early, but that's fine. I'm basically in the city centre and just gonna ride this Yutong for a little bit. So yeah, I'll say goodbye now, and I'll leave you all with a nice, I don't know, a nice collection of short videos of the Yutong E10 on the 38. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please do subscribe if you haven't already. Helps the channel a lot. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. Bye! This is Route 38, which doesn't use any of the guided busways, but I don't care because it's a Yutong E10 and we like Yutongs here. Now, about these guided busways, they're nice, they're interesting, but the buses go down them slower than they go down regular roads, so I don't see them being all that useful outside of peak times. Ah well, I still had fun. Thanks once again for watching, and goodbye.